In response to the Dove commercial and the controversy, uh, question one, describe how this message might impact or influence your communication experience from personal or academic or professional life. With the Black Lives Matter movement and all this entails, advertisements such as this add fuel to their cause, and even though it's not an intentional way, it still makes them seem as though African Americans are seen prosecuted for the color of their skin. Question two, what happened to you or others with a focus on action, skills, interactions, or behavior? This in turn makes it difficult for other races to be comfortable enough to be able to communicate with African Americans without the fear of saying something that will offend them. Question three, describe and dramatize what was seen, heard, thought, and felt in the experience using imagery and concrete language. Hear, touch, feel, and taste. You see an ad of three smiling women in a loop taking off their shirts to reveal another woman underneath. There is an African American woman who removes her brown shirt to reveal a white woman who is wearing a tan shirt. And when she takes that off, it reveals a Hispanic woman taking off her brown shirt to reveal the African American again. This is seen on a constant loop. Question four. Clearly transition by saying, now that I have discussed this experience, I will now make some references. Maiden references or a physical hypothesis, principles, tendencies are made based on application of artifact to the experience. In other words, make emphasis or educate guess based on the application of the artifact to the experience we discussed earlier, i.e., this has happened. What else to these events suggest how about how it happened and how it might happen again. I believe that the Dove not have any intention of offending anybody. As a matter of fact, they are constantly advertising their brand using various races, women from all sizes, women from different skin types. I believe there are some people who find ways to over dramatize small issues to get themselves heard and to find validation. And in work and advertisement that was found on Facebook was picked up by newspapers, blogs, and other news as a result of black publicity. Dove gave an apology and took the advertisement down. People make mistakes. Many are unintentional, and there are human beings to have to understand that. Question six. What have you learned from this experience? What role did emotions play in the situation? When you first saw the advertisement, I thought to myself, that was no big deal. But then when you start to read and hear the newscasters put out for all to hear and made sense, my next thought it was when it was going to end, there was a Hispanic woman who took off her shirt and revealed the black woman underneath. That did not offend me in any way. It was just an advertisement. Question seven. Speaker transitioned. Now that I have made some references, I will discuss how these references can be transferred to other situations. How would you use this information in the future communication? I have to remember that even though I'm not offended, my race was controversial as well. Others may be offended. It is responsibility to ensure that everyone is comfortable and not just on their own. Question nine. What parts can be generalized to other parts of life? Understanding one's feelings can always be generalized to other parts of life. 10. Speaker transition by saying in conclusion. 11. What do we gain from the new way of looking at the experience? What one may think is a big deal is not what the next person will believe as well. Being understanding of one's experience and feelings makes for better communication skills. 12. The speaker answers the so what question by making a case for the new value, in part by thinking critically about the impact of the artifact on this communication experience and or other experiences implications. So beware of the message you put out in the world. It may be misinterpreted in a way or another and ended up offending people around you, which will make it difficult to work around them and not to hanging around them. 13. Question 13. How might we differently in light of this discussion? How might we act differently in light of this discussion? Just be aware and conscious of what you say around people for all that walks of life. Question 14. Summarize the artifact analysis and application with a single, memorable, and short, focusing sentence. Be conscious of what the message you put out in the world. 15. This is this could be a long as a sentence or two, or it could be quotable phrase, bumper sticker, proverb, ending toast, tagline, warning. The ideal goal is six word summary. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. James Baldwin.